been nearly 3 years since I started this YouTube channel, but it's also been almost 3 years since I started this altogether. This whole self-improvement journey that I think I'm on. Since high school, I've been trying to figure out this thing called life, and so far, this is what I've came up with. This is the reality that I put myself in, and I can't necessarily say I'm happy, but I'm starting to become pretty content with who I'm becoming if I can just keep at this and keep going with it. Truthfully, I don't think I will ever truly be content. I don't think anyone will, but I do find a lot of fulfillment in doing the things that I'm doing. But what I've come to learn in this whole journey is to enjoy the process and to suffer with joy. I forgot who said that, maybe like Marcus Aurelius or something. I don't know, but life is full of suffering. No matter what you do, no matter what path you take, there's always going to be some sort of hardship or struggle that you have to endure. And no matter what, you can't really get rid of it. But it's the ones that learn to enjoy the process, the ones that learn how to suffer and still keep going forward, they're the ones that truly succeed. You can't just stop yourself in your tracks at every inconvenience that happens to you. Sometimes you might just have to take it on the chin and keep going. And the biggest enemy to this is comfort. Becoming too comfortable with where you're at and trying to get rid of the suffering that you inevitably have to endure. Even if you manage to somehow find a way to completely get rid of all your discomforts right now, all the things aching your body, all the things putting you through pain, even if you somehow find a way to get rid of all that and find just complete comfort, I think you'll get to a point where that gets uncomfortable, where you realize it doesn't really bring you any fulfillment because life without suffering is nothing. And I still stand by this, that you can choose your suffering. You can choose how you want to suffer, because none of us asked to be here, and that's the least that we can do, is choose how we want to live this life, for the better and for the worse. And that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned from boxing, is to just enjoy that whole process of training. That's where the growth happens. Of course, there were a lot of times where I wanted to quit, not even in training, but even with this, where I feel like I hit a roadblock. There's no way for me to keep going forward, but still I have to show up and put in the work anyways. And in that process, everything hurts, everything sucks, but you still gotta keep going forward. But when you finally decide to commit to yourself and decide that this is what you want and this is who you are, then you can enjoy that suffering just a little more. It's funny how every time I start feeling down bad, I always realize at the end that it eventually fixes itself. And for some reason, I'm always forgetting this. But your problems will eventually fix itself through time. And with every setback, you can't spend your time moping around and just letting it keep you down. And all part of having trust that with whatever you're doing, it'll turn out all right. And to have trust within yourself as well. I guess that's one of the main reasons why I've been trying to find my faith in God. Again, I've never thought I would become a believer of God, but when I was boxing like crazy last year, when I would lose some fights, it made me really look up to a higher being, to have faith that all my training will pay off eventually, that all the work I'm putting in my training, that it's meant for something, that I'm not just wasting my time going in every day, and that my honest efforts will pay off eventually. And it did. And I think that's what I really mean when I say I want to believe in God, or I do believe in God, is that I believe in hope, that things will be better, that if you do all that you can right now, things will turn out for the better, or how you want them. It's about putting out your intentions into the universe and putting in the effort to make those intentions come true. I know though sometimes when you hit a roadblock, it's hard to have that blind faith that things will be better, especially because when your current reality doesn't really reflect that. Because what do you do when everything seems like it's falling apart? When all the work that you've been putting up to that point seems like it's for nothing? Can you still have faith in God? Can you still have trust in yourself, trust in the process? But if you're feeling like that, keep going. Don't give up. Just keep at it, keep going forward. And even if you don't believe in God, have trust in yourself. Have some faith in yourself that you can figure this out. Every problem is figure-outable. Yo, I've been thinking lately, I want to start going on a few solo trips by myself. I want to just start shooting everything. I want to start working on some more projects like locally where I can actually put my camera to use. Because right now, everything I'm doing right now still is just online, which is fine. I really enjoy it, but I don't know. I want to feel like an actual YouTuber again and go out and film stuff and, do all that YouTube-y stuff. I was also thinking of starting a new YouTube channel for a vlog, like just specifically for vlogging, but still at the same time, I want to keep everything on here because I don't really want to focus like completely on another channel yet when this one's not even off the ground. At the same time, I also do want to keep this main channel really on self-improvement, making money, and I want to try niching it down more. I feel like I'm almost there. Like I have a good feeling that everything will click soon. Everything is starting to slowly come together, and I just got to keep going with it. I'm just enjoying everything I'm doing right now, and through all my trials and tribulations in the last 3 years, I'm glad that I never stopped. I'm glad that I never let any of my setbacks actually stop me from doing what I actually like doing, and that's this, and that's boxing, and that's living life on my own terms. And now to be able to monetize that somewhat, it feels nice. It does feel nice being able to work from home, but I actually gotta sit down and brainstorm some ideas too, so it's not just always on the fly like this. Sometimes I don't mind doing stuff like this because I can say things that just comes out more naturally and more authentic, but I feel like at the same time I'm also spending a lot of my time coming up with the ideas on the spot. Like, I have a general idea of what I want to say, but it's just putting it all together into, I don't know, actual sentences. And that's the hard part with YouTube in general, is just coming up with the ideas and really just putting yourself in that creative mode all the time, because creativity comes in like seasons. It comes and it goes. Sometimes you'll have some random burst of, you know, creativeness, and then another you're just in a slump. But that's where learning to trust the process comes into play the most. And not only with the creative process, but with all things in life. I want to eventually get back seriously into boxing because my goals hasn't really changed yet. Just right now, I'm just shifting my focus a little, and I'm going to trust the plan that I've set out for myself. I'm going to keep praying to God that this is the path that He's given me, that I'm doing the right thing because I'm following His word. But also, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not going to start becoming preachy about God and shit, even though I feel like I already am. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. The point is, we got some more content coming, okay? And to not give up on your goals, your desires, and to just keep going, trusting the process that everything will work out for the better. Believe that you can do it. No one else is going to believe in you except you. Nobody else is going to have that strong self-belief in you, because that's only between you and the plan God has given you. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. This is a bit of a shorter one. Yeah.